it is time to make the sound to summon the stream. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, give me just a second, because I am trying to get a couple broken things working here again. Okay, there's the chat window in OBS running. There's that running. Boop. Yeah. My Minecraft failures, and close that. Close that. Close that. Sorry, every single time I tab out of this, it, yeah, causes some trouble. Okay, so I'm going to begin this shortly, but I do want to finish my lunch here real quick, so, just give me a minute, I'll get through this, and then, then we'll go right in. I'm just gonna turn off the mic for about a minute while I, finish this. Okay. Sorry about that. I was just running a little bit behind on everything today, but I am good to start now. Cursor's showing up. Audio looks balanced. I myself could not quite go for some liquor. I'm just not really a drinker. Not that I don't drink, but I very, very seldom ever bother. It's simply not an activity in which provides me any kind of meaningful satisfaction or enjoyment. Alright, last time, I beat the wall of flesh and I reached hard mode for the first time. Since then, I've actually played around a bit on hard mode. Just kind of like familiarizing myself with some stuff, trying to find any kind of loot or anything I could use. And basically what I have learned is that I hate hard mode. And I also started referencing the wiki a lot, looking up a lot of information, looking to understand the progression, the way that the biome spread systems work, which also made me dislike hard mode even more on a conceptual level. Because the whole concept of biome spreading is absurd. So, as far as I understand it, oh yeah, also goblin invasion. Apparently a goblin army decided that it was time to come and show up and attack me. So, this is the second time I've had to deal with a goblin army. Right, I forgot I had jetpack. Hello. So, as far as my first activities today, as best as I understand it, one of the big things I need to do is to isolate my jungle biome as fast as I possibly can. Since apparently the jungle biome is going to be absolutely crucial here in hard mode. And yet, for some incredibly stupid reason, biome spread is a mechanic which is capable of destroying the biomes that I absolutely need. Which is a truly baffling design decision to me, but, you know, we will deal with it. Open your map real quick. No, I don't think I will do that. Crap. Also, the corruption, further to the west, has already spread, and my, snow biome, village has already become uninhabitable, meaning that I have lost one of my key fast travel locations, which is real great, let me tell you. I love losing my NPCs, and I love losing, you know, important places. You know, it's just real pleasant. Okay, I was kind of thinking that this whole goblin army was not much of a problem until these guys started showing up, so that's great. Oh my god, what the hell? If you want upgrades, you should totally head to a spider cave. I mean, I've already been to spider caves several times. And yeah, I mean, I was definitely thoroughly warned about hard mode. That's not really surprising to me. I don't really understand the design process that went into this. So here is the situation. That's the desert. Over here we have the jungle. Now, I have explored a fair bit. And I do know that there is underground corruption here. And then what I believe is hollow here. So presumptively the V of terrain that has been formed is somewhere around here. This part, which ends when you beat all 3 mechanical bosses, is just supposed to be speedrun. I can't speedrun this. This is the first time I have ever seen hard mode. I do not understand how to reach these mechanical bosses. I do not know how to engage them. The game doesn't really provide a lot of useful information to go on. Jungle is safe. Are you saying the jungle is safe because you're assuming that I will do this fast enough for it not to cause any trouble? Or are you saying the jungle is safe because you're assuming that... Jesus Christ, Kayla, that's not something I need you to be saying. Or are you saying that because you're assuming that if I stood here and did nothing for the next 4 hours, the jungle would not even be touched? Because those are two very different conditions. I still think it might be in my best interest, regardless, to isolate the jungle. The thing is, I don't fully understand how to isolate it. Just like mechanically. There isn't any corruption next to it. You need Souls of Light and Night plus some iron to make boss summons. I did actually collect a fair number of souls. I've got 12 Souls of Light and 6 Souls of Night right now. How many do I need? Dig a giant trench around the entire jungle biome like 5 blocks wide. That's kind of what I was thinking I need to do. There is no corruption next to it. Yes, but how long is there not going to be any corruption next to it? I don't really have a sense of how long these different areas are going to be safe for. And that's where I'm not really sure. I never really had a good sense of how long I actually have to act. But if we're just needing like Souls of Light and Night, that's not too hard to achieve. Where's the... Okay. Go to a spider cave first to get new armor. If you have the steampunker NPC by the decontaminator aspect, it's going to make your job a lot easier. You need better weapons first. Have you seen the new ores? I've seen palladium, at least. Yeah, new weapons would definitely help. The increase in difficulty in hard mode was significantly more than I had anticipated. What exactly do I need from the spider cave to make better stuff? Like, what materials do I need? Spider fangs. I've got plenty of spider fangs. 36 spider fangs. Hello. Spider fangs only for full spider armor and a new summon. How am I with spider fangs? Let's see. I have 4 of them. So a message on the Discord saying how much you need for full armor and the staff. Okay. So cannot recall exactly where a spider den is. I know I have encountered them, but I cannot quite recall where. I'll be honest, though, the entire mechanic of spreading biome really makes me quite uninterested in putting much effort into hard mode. I do not fully understand conceptually the concept of a sandbox game that slowly destroys its world. "52 spider fangs. They drop 1 to 3 from spiders in the spider cave. We find a chaos elemental in the biome right now. I've been finding tons of these things. You need better weapons. Yes, I do. Do you have a way that I will access these immediately? Because so far, my plan is to find a spider cavern and try to get what I need to acquire better weapons. Define immediately. Quickly enough that it would be worth it for me to immediately stop just digging blindly in hopes of finding some spiders. Oh, cobwebs. Ah. Spider caves are probably the fastest option. Probably. If you've already encountered a spider cave, shows a dark spot full of cobwebs. Okay. We will begin to scan the map very carefully. Let me know if one of you sees something like that. Is it still actually running in the background while I have my map open? Definitely sounds like it. I think I saw it next to the upper mushroom biome. Is that here? Webs, okay. So we can probably just dig to it from the other side then. Make it bigger. Making it bigger doesn't help me to read the map, because I'm just not as used to looking at it. Making it bigger might be good enough for someone who's watching to find it, but I need to be able to understand what I'm looking for as well. You can double tap a spot on the map to make a marker. Really? That is another very useful mechanic that I wish the game had saw fit to tell me. Water candles can boost spawns of spiders to make it easier. Under my current conditions and abilities, having more enemies will not in any way contribute to making my experience easier. Well, there's killed by a mimic. Bold of you to assume this stream will have a bit rate. True. Alright, back in the hole. It sure is great that I lost an entire biome worth of villagers and fast travel location. Okay. Honestly, this was probably just the fastest way to reach it anyway. Okay, so the spot was right here. Good thing your character isn't on medium core. Yeah, I had no interest in doing that. I will be honest and upfront about this, though. Based on everything I have read about how hard mode works, and biome spread in particular, and especially the fact that, as far as I understand it, without quick action and very, very major intervention, a Terraria world will basically eat itself alive. I do not have a great deal of interest in continuing Terraria significantly beyond the current point. I simply don't have much interest in an open world sandbox experience that's just going to kind of kill itself over time. Unless I look up a great deal of information and find out how to quickly alleviate the problem. And then, apparently, even under the best-case scenarios, spend a very considerable amount of time and effort making sure the world doesn't slowly eat itself. That... Great. That does not... If this is your second playthrough, you can prepare before entering hard mode. Yeah... I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is it's not quite the type of experience I look for from a casual game at this point. So, of course, I will keep going, and I will keep doing what I can, and, but if today's stream really doesn't end up having, like, some significant, like, real progress for me, actual, you know, like, an actual sense that I'm starting to get a handle on things, then in all likelihood, I will not continue this world. Might do another Terraria stream, but probably I would just restart a world at that point. Yes, this is my first ever playthrough of Terraria. I honestly love Terraria, but I do agree that biome spread is a bad mechanic. Yeah, it's just... I genuinely cannot understand the thought process behind a sandbox world that can slowly destroy itself. That's just such a baffling design decision to me. Like, it basically encourages you to do one of two things, as far as I understand it. The first thing it might encourage you to do is to spend as long as you can prior to going to hard mode to make sure that you basically future-proof your world against issues like biome spread. Or the second thing is to get to hard mode and then basically do as little exploration as possible and just try to blast through a lot of hard mode bosses as quickly as possible in order to mitigate biome spread. And neither of those options really sound all that appealing to me. Like, it just kind of sounds like... It really kind of sounds like the ideal way to play Terraria efficiently is to either experience as little of the world as possible and get it all done quickly, or to artificially delay your progress by a very substantial time in order to make sure that you future-proof it. I could be wrong. That's purely based on my own impressions, and obviously my impressions come from someone who doesn't have much clue what the hell they're talking about. It's one of the reasons I play modded, so I can disable it. That, and there's a mod. Yeah. I can imagine that there's a good scene for modded Terraria. And, based on what I was reading, apparently the jungle biome is incredibly important for the late game. So, apparently, if you let the biome spread and take over the jungle too much, you can kind of get completely and utterly screwed. You've played Calamity? I don't know what that is. So, yeah. If I do other streams of Terraria, I imagine that probably it's going to involve me starting a new world. Since on this world I basically had no idea what I was doing, and I really don't know where I can find any of the things that I need in order to progress at this point. Like, right now, I'm kind of just randomly exploring, hoping to find a spider cavern. Which is not going especially well. You can't future-proof Biomstead because there's a massive V gen. Yes, I do know that it generates the V. However, while you cannot future-proof a world, you can prepare it for the generation of the V. You could have your important biomes already isolated to a degree, and then finish it off once you know exactly where you're getting your Vs. At least that's how I understand it from my limited reading. But I guess for right now, the goal is just find some spiders. Spiders. Didn't I run into some... Didn't I run into some spiders somewhere? I know I've seen spiders. I mean, obviously I've seen spiders. I literally have spider fangs in my chest. Couldn't tell you where. And my god, is hard mode a spike in difficulty. Like, just an absurd and unreasonable spike in difficulty. Like, I feel so massively underpowered for where I'm at right now. Like, I feel absolutely impotent. There's a mimic down there. Okay. That sounded promising. Was that the sound that spiders make? Wait. Was I just finding palladium? Oh, hell yeah, palladium. I thought you already found a spider cave. It had, like, 6 cobwebs and no spiders. So, if that was a spider cave, it was not a useful one for my purposes. Okay. Oh my god. Alright, get rid of the door, get rid of the banner. Open your map again, pretty please. Sure, let me reach a relatively safe spot. God damn it. Okay, new plan. Here is a lovely hole in the wall. There. Now I can safely look at my map. Go back to the mushroom. Is someone seeing a spider cavern that I'm not seeing? Because I am definitely not. Yeah, at the top of the mushroom, I think. Where? Where are you seeing this at the top of the mushroom? Like here, maybe? That's about the best I can assume. Do you like the idea of changing class? It's easier. I do not like the idea of that right now. I feel like no matter what I do at this point, I'm basically screwed, honestly. You say that it's easier, but that is assuming that it is easier for someone who would know how to play it. I would be starting from a position of low experience and ability. Under those conditions, would it be easier? Not to mention we would have to take the time in order to go out and farm all of the materials for that. You just need ores to make the armor. Yes. How much ore, though, are we talking about? It's a matter of numbers. Okay, so here was another place with cobwebs. And we did not find what we needed. I could certainly check, though. I've got 24 meteorite bars. I think it's like 200 adamantium or titanium. Well, I have no titanium and no adamantium. So, did he break the altars in order to get the new ores to spawn? Yes, I have found these things. At this point, you are basically suggesting that I completely abandon my current mission and attempt to get a completely different set of gear and classes. I have already hit demon altars. I have already hit the demon altars. As near as I can understand it, hitting the demon altars, it seems more like it cycles between the different effects, if I was reading it correctly. Gravitation potions, archery potions. Are the demon altars cycling between different types of things when I hit them, or what? Let's check the map again. Okay. Spiked compass, angry blindfold. Check the map again. Hold on. Gotta clear all this random crap out of my inventory. And if we have to go out and find a completely new set of armor and weapons anyway, at that point we also still need to consider that the increased time that it is going to be taking and how much that extra time is putting our other biomes at risk. Alright, back to the map again. When you break them, it spreads corruption, spawns wraiths. No, it doesn't. If there is one thing I have learned about the Terraria community from playing Terraria. It's that a lot of the Terraria community doesn't know what happens in Terraria. Or at least they are tremendously... there's a surprising amount of disagreement. As far as I know, all the ores are generating. Although I can make doubly sure of that. Bro, just go to the corruption already. Okay, I will go back to the corruption that I have already been to, and I will hit more demon altars I have already hit. It seems like that will make people very happy. So let's go and make people happy. This is very important. There's a wraith. Okay, are we down low enough? Yeah, we're pretty good. There you go. Blessed with mithril. Blessed with titanium. And we've already been finding palladium, so we already know palladium is there as well. Are you now satisfied? I'm glad to know that my life will be easier now, though. That's the really important thing. If you want, you can hit the rest, too. Okay. Let's go break even more, then. Found any spider nests? You know, it's funny you should say that. That's what I was attempting to do. But apparently finding spider nests was not good enough. So you need adamantium titanium. Alright, if you can point on the screen to where there's adamantium or titanium that is clearly visible, which I am failing to collect, then I will happily go and get it right now. Because the armor you need changes. Yes. I have noticed. Okay, is everyone nice and satisfied? There we go. Do you want to play Summoner or another class? Well, I have been playing Summoner. But there are very divided opinions on if I can or should be doing that. Anywho, I need to be finding spider nests, which are somewhere, and or titanium, and or palladium, and or mithril, all of which are in unknown locations. Alright, I'm glad we took that 10-minute detour from searching for spider nests so we can get back to spider nests. If you are playing Summoner, though, you don't need titanium for now. You are completely correct, as far as I understand. Okay, Skylar, you see a spider nest. Where do you see a spider nest? Guide my mouse. Guide my mouse cursor. I believe in you. Open your nappy. I do not have a nappy. Down. Okay. My cursor is slowly moving down. Bottom left. The rails. Left side. Okay. Bottom left. The rails. On the left end of the rails. These rails? Not that one. Okay, not those rails. These rails? Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. That is webs. Thank you. I was completely blind to that. I appreciate your help. What the hell are those? Perfect. Do you have the Abigail's flower? Almost certainly not. I don't know what that is, and it does not sound familiar. It gets better in hard mode. I profoundly disagree. Everything from my experience with this game is that it is substantially worse in hard mode. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the spider can kill me in less than 2.5 seconds. Good to know. By the way, these things are powerful. That would certainly appear to be the case. Okay, well now there's just no spiders. Okay, there's a spider. Oh my god. So, I need 32 spider fangs, huh? Well, this is gonna be a catastrophe. You need 56. Okay, so welcome to the rest of the stream. Today we are going to be absolutely miserable. Okay, so I can't mine that. I assume I need a palladium pickaxe. $36 for armor and 16 for the summon. How very pleasant. Okay, so spider fangs, we're just going to put those here so we can easily track the numbers. We have 4 spider fangs at home. So luckily we only need another 50. Surely that couldn't be so bad. Did you grab a water candle from the dungeon? Yes, I believe that I did. I am seeing now why it might be in my best interest to increase the spawn rates. It is also absolutely going to kill me if I use them. Okay. Materials. We're going to take our spider fangs with us. And... did I put my water candles into my materials chest? Ice torches. We got poop. Does poop help? Let's see. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Did I put them in with my wooden stuff? Yes, I did. Great. Hi, by the way, I have a lot of assignments. Honestly, noob, that is fine. Because nothing interesting or fun is going to happen today. So you are absolutely all good to work on your stuff. Ugh. Okay, what the hell? Okay, I swear that for a while there, the left and right, my left and right controls were reversed. And I cannot account for that. Okay, this is... definitely too small. by the way, there's a lot of palladium in your elevator. Is there? Oh, yeah, there is. Honestly, that would be nice. It's a debuff. I wondered. Oh my god. Fine. We'll just dig up. Use the hook to climb. See, I could do that, or I could dig up. There. Nice. You don't seem to be enjoying it. I wonder why. It is not the type of experience I look for from a sandbox game. That's all. Just a difference in preferences. Thank you. Okay, got the palladium. Now, back to the spiders. Terraria is barely a sandbox, more an RPG that also happens to have a little bit of sandbox element. Yeah. It's definitely more RPG-ish. But I feel that there are aspects which are... There are just things about it that don't quite work for me. That's all it is. Okay, so, water candles, huh? This'll probably be fine. Why can I not place my water candles? Do I have to place my water candles on something? You need to place them on platforms. Ah, yes, of course. Everyone knows it's impossible to put candles on the floor. You know, like torches. Because candles and torches are such similar objects. It's only natural that you would only be able to place candles and torches on platforms. If you don't like it, why even play? At this point, it is morbid curiosity that is keeping me going on hard mode. If I'm being completely honest. Can you just make a straight platform, please? Thank you. Alright, so, like, how many of these candles do I need? Is their effect going to be multiplied if I have more of them? Is it just a single static effect in a fixed area? 1. Just 1. Has he beaten any of the mechs yet, or no? No. My current objective at this point is to die slightly less often in hardcore, or in hard mode. A task at which I am utterly failing and proving to being considerably incompetent. Okay, that is 3 spider fangs, so that's pretty good. What's the radius on these water candles? Like, are they actually covering everything? Bro, summon is not the class to not die. Yes. But, assuming that I can play competently, it is the class to ensure that I can just move around and let other people do the work. Okay, that's 3 fangs. At 3 fangs a pop, this is honestly not that bad. Check the radius by looking at the red buff on your hotbar. Ah, true. Okay. So let's see how far away from this we can go. Okay, yeah, so that one candle basically is covering this entire area, then. Excellent. Okay, more spider fangs. Excellent. First thing you should do after this is get wings. And can you provide any additional information on how that might happen? This heart over here has been actively mocking me the whole time. Have you seen the Hallow? Yes. You need 99 pixie dust. Cool. Can you provide any additional context for that statement whatsoever? Because at this point, without any additional information, that's about as useful as saying you need 6 kilograms of cheese. I do not immediately know where I would acquire 6 kilograms of cheese, nor would I know what you need me to do with 6 kilograms of cheese. In the surface hollow, there's an enemy called Pixie. It drops pixie dust. Alright. I have now been given as much context as if being told, you need 6 kilograms of cheese. You can buy it from the cheesemonger. I still do not have any concept of why I need 6 kilograms of cheese, nor what to do should I acquire it. Contextual information will always be the key way to communicate. Didn't you ask how to get wings? Ah, those are for wings. Okay. Now I have context. Powerful poison staff. Cool. Bro, you have the memory of a goldfish. Not quite. It's merely that multiple people are attempting to communicate simultaneously. There are multiple lines of discussion happening. I don't know which individual statement reacts to which individual conversation at any given time. This is why a statement such as, if you get 99 pixie dust, you can make wings, would be a more clear and concise message. It is a single statement which can appear in a single message to provide information and context. I welcome as much backseating as possible. All I ask is that an attempt be made to communicate as precisely and clearly as possible. A task which has honestly proven to be more difficult and elusive than playing Terraria itself. Not that hard to keep track. Well, I am glad to hear that my performance is insufficient for you. I shall be sure to flagellate myself after this stream for my failure. But in the meantime, I'm just going to keep killing spiders. $17 fangs right now. Do. Come on, spiders. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Meral. That's 19 spider fangs. Not bad. Now, what do we do? We are less than halfway done getting spider fangs. Okay. No spider fangs there. We're gonna be here a while. Okay, 22 spider fangs. We are almost at half. What the hell? Oh, that's a golem. Okay. Okay. Alright, there's that debuff again. That's mixing my rights and my lefts. Not a fan of that. This spider is very annoying. Okay. I am still not even at half. We need way more spiders. $28. Okay. We are now at half of the 56 spider fangs I've been told that I need. That's another goddamn golem. Great. Alright, well, one of my minions decided to fight it. The rest of you want to do anything to help? Still need more spiders. Okay, this is a pretty dangerous pack of enemies. Cool. There we go. Now that is some spider fangs. Spiders. Spiders. Hello, Zavi. Welcome to the stream. Oh my god, fine, you little fairy. I will go look at the thing that you are pointing at. New sub. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that seems about right. How are we doing? Not that great. We still need spiders. Speak Spanish by heart. Do you speak Spanish? Only very, very little Spanish. I am not conversational in Spanish. I can read more Spanish than I can write, but not by a significant amount. You are just in time for desperately attempting to... Oh, God. Okay. Stuck between a spider and a golem. That's not exactly where I wanted to be right now. Terraria is a good game. Have you already played? No. This is my first time playing Terraria. This is my first world. And, it hasn't been going great. We reached hard mode on the last stream, and so far, I have been completely miserable with hard mode, so that's unfortunate. Really should grab that. Just need another 20 or so spider fangs. And then I can get some more stuff. Tungsten bars, healing potions, torches, gold. There we go. There's a new spider. Hello, spider. Really? Come on. There we go. One more spider fang. Not quite what I was hoping for. Hello. Eternia crystal? What do you sell? Defender's Forge. Oh my god. I am trying to have a conversation with this man. Interesting. I have no idea what that's about. Spiders! Come on. Come on, spiders. A fried egg. Sure. Why not? Obviously, the thing that I needed most was a fried egg. That's what I've been down here looking for this whole time. Kill, kill, kill the thing, kill the thing. Is this in hard mode? Yes, it is. Hello, spiders? Yes, classic. I require more spiders. Amethyst bunny, huh? Come on. Die, 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 die. Okay. Ugh, God, another golem. First playthrough, you're going summoner, big respects. It's what people suggested. Well, they explained my options, and I indicated that Summoner sounded the most interesting to try. So, here we are, and, yeah, it hasn't been the best, shall we say. Spider Fangs, we're up to 44 of those. Okay. What is hitting me? More fried eggs. Summoner is the hardest. Yeah, that's basically what I've been gleaning. No fangs. Uh, 46 spider fangs. I believe I need 10 more. Assuming that the information I was given was correct. I truly do not understand the idea behind locked mimics. That is so stupid to me. Like, presumptively, if I opened it, I would be attacked by it. So, clearly I already am aware that it's a mimic. You know, given that it's literally hopping around and chasing me. So, if I already know it's a mimic, why can't I hurt it? Absolutely hated this part of the Summoner. Slime Queen is gonna be horrid. Yeah, so far I have hated basically every minute of hard mode that I've done so far. Like, this has been such a profoundly negative experience, the first parts of hard mode, that it's genuinely put me off of the, like, game as a whole. Like, I don't enjoy this. This part of the game is absolutely miserable. And as far as I understand it, the longer that I take to actually get anything done in this mode, the more of my world is getting biome spread to it. So, you know, it's just causing me either more work for later, or alternatively, it's just, you know, screwing me over. I really, really do not enjoy hard mode. I have not experienced a single redeeming element of hard mode so far. Oh, great. Worms. Do you have the whip from the wall of flesh? Nope, I did not get that drop. Sure would have been nice if I did. Careful around the spiders. They do a lot of damage. Oh, yes. I have observed that. I have been here for a while. I can barely see these things at all. You know what? This entire experience has just been too small for me to deal with. Maybe you should kill a wall of flesh again and get Firecracker and the Summoner emblem. Wouldn't the wall of flesh be harder now? Or you should ditch Summoner and go for Ranger. Nope, it's still the same. Wow. That is something I wish I had been informed of previously. At this point, though, I'm basically just committed to this, and I'm not going to be continuing on this world next time anyway, so there's no particular reason trying to worry to respec. Oh, yeah, people have been wanting me to, It has definitely been suggested that I abandon this and go melee. So, realistically, though, how much time would I actually have to spend running around and mining to make that work? Because the whole time I spend trying to do this, my world is still having biomes spreading throughout it. And I would assume that the time I have been spending has not been good for the long-term health of this world. I did get the Ranger's emblem from the Wall of Flesh. But no one's really told me how or where to get any of the gear that would go along with that. So, not much I can really do toward working towards that goal. Okay. Cool. You can switch to Ranger. Yes. But I would need gear, presumptively, to do this. And that's what I do not know how to acquire or get. Okay, so how... Okay, spider staff. Let's start by putting away our various things. So as far as blocks go... let's see. Ah, here we go. White string, no. Silk, no. How do I make the stuff for the spider gear? Maybe get some new gear. Ah, okay, here's my stuff. Okay. So, spider mask, spider breastplate, spider greaves. Spider staff. Okay, say goodbye to obsidian. So, what am I getting here? So, 3 minions max, higher damage. Alright, armor. Let's put in the obsidian stuff. And weapons. Let's see. Spider staff, javelins. Tungsten bullets. Dynamite, bombs, the imp staff. Okay, consumables, fried eggs, mushrooms. Put the explosives in there. Ores, bars, and gems, palladium, tungsten, copper, or amethyst. Anything else to go there? Not really. The miscellaneous chest can have these defender medals, banner... banner, detonator, materials chest, spider fangs, gel, stars, souls of light, crystals, rotten chunks, cobwebs, blocks, that's fine. Wood chest, you can have water candles, wooden beams, chandeliers, wood platforms, plants, glowing mushrooms, deathweed. And might as well put the anvil in here. Sort the inventory. Looks pretty good. Get the Terra Spark boots. Okay. So, you'll have to excuse this minimizing for a sec. It does that when I tab out. So I actually made a note. People want me to get Terra Spark boots. Now, as far as I understand it, this is apparently the complete set of things I need to do to get Terra Spark boots. Craft 2 obsidian skulls from obsidian at furnace. Combine water walking boots with obsidian skull for obsidian water walking boots. Throw magma stone into a shimmer pool for lavatron. Combine lavatron, obsidian water walking boots, and obsidian rose at tank row for lava vapors. Find an anklet of wind at jungle shrine. Combine spectre boots, anklet of wind, and egglet for lightning boots. Combine ice skates and frostbark boots for frostbark boots. Combine lava wavers and frostbark boots for terra spark boots. Per my understanding, this is what is necessary to get Terra Spark boots. That is not a thing I can do right now. That is a long, winding list of various activities and things I have to find in different locations, and I don't know where to find them all. So, really can't do anything with that right now. Okay, so I have actually not checked out the jungle situation at all since I hit hard mode. I want to see if I can find Surface Hallow. Where on Earth would Surface Hallow be? Yeah, I have no clue. I know that this village was staking out. The jungle is so dangerous on hard mode. Yes. Okay, can I get rid of my imps? Okay, get rid of the imps. Summon my spiders. What on earth? Okay. So, I guess I need Souls of Light and Dark. Now, I can't actually access my... I can't access my Frost Village anymore. Because the corruption reached it. But I basically have to go all the way to the end of the world again. Because that's where I left the altar that gives me the buff that lets me summon an extra minion. And I do really need that. I guess I also need more Souls of Light and Souls of Night in order to summon the mechanical bosses, I guess. But first things first is getting that altar. Yeah, I do know how to get the Souls of Light and Night. I've gotten good numbers. Well, not a great number, but I've gotten bits of them. Hello, War General. You're not really late. I'm just continuing to have an absolutely miserable time playing this on hard mode. But at least now I am wearing spiders and can summon spiders, which is apparently a good thing. Oh my god. Freaking monsters. I'm back. Have we mellowed out? Oh no, I'm still having a terrible time. What's on the agenda? My agenda is to finish the stream in the next maybe half hour or so, and then never play this world again. And if I continue Terraria in the future, to simply start a fresh world where I will have a better sense of the mechanics of the game, and a much better chance of actually being able to play efficiently. So that is my agenda. Assuming, of course, that I do play Terraria again. I will genuinely be honest. These early parts of hard mode have been so profoundly unpleasant that it's really put me off the entire game as a whole. Problem with the summoners is that unlike all the other classes' equipment, you have to go out of your way to get important gear, while other classes just get ore armor. Yep, that definitely seems to be a factor. Okay, we are bringing this back home. Maybe you should Wall of Flesh a lot of time and get Firecracker and the Summoner Emblem so you can get a little bit of an upgrade. Yeah. I don't think I have any more. I do have another voodoo doll. Honestly, it's worth it. Not many good early hard mode whips. Yeah, let's give the Wall of Flesh another try. Now, I was told very clearly when I asked specifically that the Wall of Flesh would not be more difficult in hard mode. So, based on that information having been told to me, I am working under the assumption that the Wall of Flesh will in fact be harder in hard mode. Have you combined your accessories? Not much. One 1.4.5 is going to address the sheer lack of summoner gear. It adds tons of whips. Well, then it's unfortunate that I will most likely not be playing that. Because I imagine I'll just be off of Terraria by that point. I do want to put on my ice boots, though. There we go. It wouldn't be difficult in hard mode, it's the same. I I have trust issues. I am actually quite curious. Check the accessories combination guide. There's another thing I'm really not a fan of with this game, is how much external information is necessary to play it at anything approaching efficiency. Okay, alright. I have reached the spot. So I am actually going to check something real quick. Maybe you should get a balloon in the Sky Islands. I mean, I could just turn around and leave right now and go do that. Okay. I am going to check this right now. Don't worry, I'm gonna start the fight in a second. Okay, the Wall of Flesh had 8,000 health when I fought it. Alright, what do you know? It turns out it actually was the case. The Wall of Flesh was not, in fact, harder. Nope, I minimized it. This is that Wall of Flesh everyone told me was going to be really, really, really hard to fight. Also, apparently I got another voodoo doll. So that's kind of cool. Also, I got the dangerous firecracker. Also, I got the sorcerer emblem. So that's literally both of the things I needed to get. Right. Summoner emblem. What the hell do I replace at this point, honestly? Alright. But anyway, why not do it again? Just for the hell of it. Okay, doing it again does absolutely nothing. That's great. You got the magic, not the summoners one. Oh yeah, that's sorcerer. Well, then it's just a shame that I already threw away my other guide. Great. You need the guide to respawn before. Great. Well, I'm glad we solved that mystery. I genuinely have no idea what I'm supposed to do now. Go get wings now. Okay. Do you see any hollow? Do you see any surface hollow? Because I don't know how the hell to differentiate it. Go to your desert. Okay. I am in my desert. And kill pixies. Okay. Kill my, kill pixies in the desert. That's the hollow. The pink water. Okay. Cool. So I need 99 pixie dust, huh? Pixies spawn during the daytime. So, funny thing about that, I have some potentially alternate information about that, based on the fact that a pixie just happened. Turn on your background. This has made an incredible difference. Wait, there's a sky island above. I am well aware. I saw a weird bodies of water. Alright, so we've got 9 pixie dust. So as far as I know, we just need to grab 11 times that amount of pixie dust. Sorry for leaving during the spider farming. You sincerely did not miss anything. It was very boring and uninteresting. There are various wings of different strengths. It's usually one ingredient plus 20 souls of flight found in space from the Wyvern mini-boss. Okay. Does he have the mithril anvil? No. I am incapable of mining mithril yet. I have not made a palladium pickaxe. The rarer the material you use to craft the wings, the better it is, but that doesn't really matter this early into the hard mode. You need the anvil to craft the wings. Well, in that case, I am making a tremendous waste of my time right now. Problem is, he's having a hard time finding new ores under the ground. Oh, I'm not actually having a hard time at all finding the new ores. It's just that everyone keeps telling me to go do other things instead. So I've spent very, very little time doing any actual exploration for the new ores. It's less a matter of being unable to, and more the fact that, basically no one has considered it a priority. No, Skylar, I do not have the Hermes boots. Get Hermes boots in Underground Forest. Okay. Since you have been so patient and so insistent, I will abandon everything else I am doing now and go start digging in straight lines in the underground forest until I find Hermes boots. When I requested this game, I generously hope for a fun line like the Mindustry one, at least for me. Quill doesn't even like this game, just wanted it to be over with. We have no consensus on priorities because we rushed pre-hard mode's accessory progression. Did you see the rainbow? No, I do not. Sweet, more pixies. I wouldn't worry about it too much, War General. Terraria was always on my list of stuff to get around to as well. And I've genuinely had a great deal of enjoyment out of, like, the first portions of the game. I just genuinely have not enjoyed myself at all since I hit hard mode. It's been, you know, exceedingly unpleasant since I hit hard mode. I've had no sense of progression. I've had no sense of direction. And I am consistently finding myself overpowered by, frankly, everything. So, no, hard mode has been a consistently negative experience for me. And I don't particularly feel any inclination to deny or hide the fact that that's how I feel about it. It will get better, hopefully. I mean, I am giving this a genuine shot today. I'm trying to focus on getting progression and improving my ability to survive and progress. It's just, you know, we've been here for 2 hours, and I got a new set of gear. And that's about it as far as the achievements go. Early hard mode is easily the most grindy, new player unfriendly stage of the game. For those 5 mechanics of the games, it gives you a time crunch. What are you talking about? The only hard part is pre-mechs. Yeah, and that's where I'm at. I am pre-mech bosses. This is a deeply unpleasant part of the game to experience. After last week's stream, I genuinely played for an hour. I played for an extra hour, and then I spent about an hour and a half going through the wiki, making notes, writing down information that I needed to know, familiarizing myself with a lot of things that I didn't know about before. I made real effort to make sure that I was armed with all the information necessary to really progress further in the game. And I think I did, like, a pretty decent job of getting, like, a very basic sense of what I should do next. But that amount of work was utterly insufficient. My summons and my armor were completely and totally inadequate for the level of difficulty that I've been experiencing. And there just really isn't much that we can do about that. About the best thing people have been able to suggest for how to make the experience more positive is just to switch to a completely different class of play. And my general feeling is that if I'm going to bother completely switching to a different class of play, I don't really feel any particular attachment to playing the same world anyway. Yeah, it's just not... I will definitely do Terraria again. That much I know. I'll be back streaming this next week for sure. In all likelihood, though, it's just going to be on a new world. A fresh world where I can have a fresh start, where I'm actually, going to have more opportunity to understand what I am doing. And, hopefully have a more positive time. I've basically already, just in my head, completely divested myself of any interest in this particular world. Hard mode ruined it for me. It truly, truly did. Like, to an impressive degree. We don't exactly have a build right now. The build is defined by Yes, okay. So I understand that a build is defined by accessories. My problem is, you know what's also defined by accessories? My ability to move around and survive the goddamn world. That is also defined by my accessories. And until I can combine all of my accessories into the few uber accessories that will handle all of it, I'm basically in a situation where I have to either keep inventory slots filled with things that are not helping me move around in the world, and thus making it more tedious to experience, or just with accessories that are not actually contributing to the strength of my build, in which case combat is more tedious. I am really getting the sense now that... Yeah, you did keep saying that we should have gotten the Hermes boots pre-hard mode. Absolutely. You said that. I regret not having listened to that. I think what I really needed was to just be... I did not have any kind of sense of the degree of difficulty which I would be exposing myself to by starting hard mode. I understood about the biomes, I understood from the fact it's called hard mode that it would be harder. If someone had basically told me, or if I had known that going into hard mode would basically, like, triple the amount of damage enemies are doing, quintuple the amount of HP the enemies had. If I had had an understanding of the degree of hard mode, I would never have fought the Wall of Flesh last time. I simply wouldn't have done it. I was utterly unprepared for how much tougher this really got. And because I was so unprepared for it, now I basically find myself just kind of screwed. I'm kind of progression locked at this point. The only things I can really do are either completely change the way that I've been playing and go with a different class, or dedicate myself to crazy amounts of, you know, just running out and grinding basic materials. And I'm no stranger to tedium, but I have my limits. Okay. Hermes. I didn't bring any bombs. This would have been a bit easier if I had decided to bring some bombs. You can't get the first ingredient in the chain red balloon of Hermes boots if you simply don't get the OP mobility. I mean, I can get a bunch of palladium at least, but that should not be my priority right now. My priority... You should try different class. Yeah, if I try this again, I will be a different class. I think it's pretty garbage that... that apparently one of the ways of playing this game is so much more challenging than others that I'm basically just screwed out of it. I feel like toughing out and grinding would be better. Maybe wiki dive on how accessory progression works. Oh, I did wiki dive. I wrote down the entire series of progression to get Terra Spark boots. I did research before I came in here today. What am I trying to do? Well, apparently we are looking for Hermes boots in the underground forest. Which is not going particularly well. Bro, this ain't T-Mod. I don't know what T-Mod is. I cannot understand what you are referencing. He needs T-Mod. If I need a mod in order for the game to be a playable state for me, I'm not interested in it. How do you regret not getting them before when they were screaming about it? They were screaming about it, but it was never really spelled out to me. Until I went and checked all the wiki dives, I did not have an understanding that basically accessories were part of interconnected chains of upgrades. Not merely for the sake of novelty, but essentially necessary ways of getting all the kinds of mobility options that you need. Go lower. Okay. Quality of life on the first playthrough is asylum level of insane. Asylum level of insane. I see. Okay, well, the Spelunker potion ran out, and that's the only one of those I had. Yeah, I know it deals damage, but I'm fine. You need to smelt your palladium. Oh, yeah, yeah. I absolutely need to smelt my palladium. I've been able to get a fair amount of palladium. So far, no one seems to have considered it to actually be a priority, though. How many altar did you break? All of them. And then I went in and I did it again because people didn't believe me. Well, because one guy didn't believe me. So at least 10. Yeah, definitely at least 10. Craft more Spelunker. Okay, we are abandoning our search. So, how do you craft spelunking potions? Blink root and platinum. I do not have platinum in this world. Blink root, moon glow. And gold ore. Gold ore I do have. Let's see. Blink root. Got moon glow. Blink root. Not that one. That one. Okay. How does one do this? Alright. I need water bottles, so I guess I need to go out and find some water. You've used Ranger class before, right? No. What weapon did you craft to defeat the mechanical bosses? I haven't beaten the mechanical bosses. Oh, are you just talking to Noob? Okay. Spelunker potions. Alright, let's go. Am I doing the right thing by searching under the trees, at least? Like, is this the right area to be finding these boots? Okay. The lower, the better. Okay. Lower, the better. Got it. But go to hell, not that low. Boots generally spawn underground like everywhere, as long as long as it's a new gold chest you haven't opened. Wait, gold chests. Do you mean the ones that take keys? Because I don't have any keys. Okay, not the ones that require keys. Look for chests in the rooms underground. This chest is gold, and remember to check for traps. The only way I know to check for traps is by clicking on it and then having it explode. Maybe when you go mining, buy blob bombs from the demolitionist so you can mine faster. I do have a lot of money. I mean, we can go ahead and abandon my digging again. Oh, I know there's ore, but that's not my priority right now. Can't dig that. Okay. Forge. Check your chest for teleportation potion. What are teleportation potions going to do for me that my mirror can't do for me? Palladium pickaxe. Okay. Cool. Now, my demolitionist is at the desert. There. I have solved the problem of mining. You know what? Screw this world. This is very therapeutic to me. Hey, isn't dynamite better? I believe so. Spelunker potions. Okay. Let the search begin. Nope. Go deeper. I'm working on it! Why do you think I bought 1,200 bombs? I can only go deeper so quickly! Ah! Ah! Alright! Is everybody happy now? Am I going deep enough? Is this satisfying? Is this what you all wanted? Is this the gameplay you all came here to see? Well, I'm dead. Deeper. Nah! There. Does that satisfy you? Is that entertaining? Let's drink another potion. Let's keep going deeper. Since apparently I am not deep enough. If there is only one thing I have learned about Terraria over the course of this series, it's that people who play Terraria are very, very limited in their ability to describe, define, or assist with Terraria. And I really don't think that's their fault. It is because this game is staggeringly obtuse in what it presents to the player, in how it helps you understand the mechanics of the world, what you have to do, and how to do it. I get why so many people love this game. This is a wonderfully made game. It is filled with love. It is intricate, it is complex, and it gives you so much to do and so much to explore. And it's absolutely a marvel for those things. Truly. And I mean that with absolute sincerity. For me personally, though, this is not what I want from a game. This is a frustrating, confusing mess, which has consistently and utterly failed to be enjoyable to me for the past 3 hours of my life. Alright, fine. I will go deeper. This is not what I want from a sandbox game. This is not what I want from an RPG. This is just not something that I am enjoying. And yes, there will be a Terraria stream last week. It'll be a new world. It will be a new world, and I suspect that I will enjoy a lot better starting over in a fresh world and just being able to approach it very differently. So I do look forward to doing that. I think it'll be a much more positive experience for me. But, like, just as far as I am experiencing from this game right now, from my own impression, hard mode is trash. Like, this is just genuinely an incredibly unpleasant, frustrating, annoying experience. It has not been fun. It has not been engaging. It has not been enjoyable. I have not felt in control. I have felt utterly aimless. So still deeper, huh? Alright. We'll just keep going deeper then. Will you play ZA? Yes. I always play my Pokemon games. Will you stream it? In all likelihood, yes. I can't imagine why I wouldn't. So we're still trying to go deeper, huh? A flare gun, and nothing else of note. You know, I am now 43 attempts into trying to beat Minecraft on hardcore mode without breaking anything. It is the most frustrating, the most tedious video game challenge I've ever given myself. I would gladly sit and do another 20 hours of that than play any more Terraria hard mode. When I run out of bombs, this stream ends. Quill, do you take mobile game suggestions? I mean, I'm always willing to hear you out, but I don't have a setup really for streaming mobile games unless they're on the like Nox player that I use. Okay, so another Spelunker potion, another flare gun. What you doing? I am destroying my world with as many bombs as possible, trying to get the awful taste of hard mode out of my mouth. Any mech bosses defeated? No. I have not seen a single mech boss today. Mostly because no one ever felt that it would be a priority. Has he tried Queen? No. No one felt that that was a priority. Am I deep enough yet? Are you proud of me yet? First priority, get the freaking boots. Yes. Apparently 1,200 bombs are so far not enough to get me the boots. You missed a golden chest up. Alright then. I guess we will stop dropping bombs and start trying to go up. Do you have any idea where that was? Near the golden chest you opened a while ago. Okay. It was left. On the left side. Are you saying you saw it on the left side? Or that when you saw it previously it was on the left side? Ah, that's what you meant. Oh boy, it's a flare gun. Now, if you'll all excuse me, everyone wanted me to go deeper. So we need to go back to going deeper. Really? So I'm still not deep enough, huh? Gonna be honest, I don't think we're finding any boots. I can't imagine what we're doing wrong. You know, maybe... Yeah. Yeah, that looks about right. You know, I can't help but notice that there's still, like, a good portion of my base here. Bring the NPC down, you can burn them in hell. I don't think there's anything that hell could do to these people that I have not already done to them. I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel like these 1,200 bombs I bought have really done much. Kinda just feels like it's not really working out, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not really having any luck finding, finding these boots. I can't imagine what's been going wrong. Okay. I think that this adequately has expressed my general feelings toward this game. You can always just switch to a different world with the same character to find the boots without dying every 5 minutes. And, I mean, so? I mean, let's be honest. For the past 20 minutes, has it actually seemed like I had any genuine interest whatsoever in finding the boots? Because if I've given the impression that I actually still care about finding these boots, I am deeply sorry to have caused that misconception. I gave up caring much about that a while ago. This man just wanted it to end. You know, I thought Terraria was a very interesting and very engaging type of game that provided me a very interesting and, unique kind of experience. And then I reached hard mode. And it's garbage. There is nothing about this game since I've reached hard mode that holds even the slightest hint of my interest. And there is nothing about it after hitting hard mode that I have found to be pleasant or fun or interesting. So, we're done with hard mode. And next time I will start up a new world and play on a new world and see how much better I can do now that I have a better understanding of the basic mechanics, of the basic rules of the world. It should yield a more positive result, I think. And yeah, with that, fuck this world. And I will see you all on the next one. It is time to make this down to summon the end of the stream. Wow, 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 wow.